Yes, hello, meet everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and yes, today is the 29th of March. I started a little late because, well, I was trying to get myself organized. So here we go with the details. Today, leg's doing better, but I was still a little tired, but I did not feel like I was going to collapse getting up the hill, which was good. I walked up straight up. I actually picked up the pace a little bit too, and made it fine. Of course, when I finally did get to the table, I usually sit down right away anyway, because I know that my legs need to rest a little bit. So it's doing better. I walked yesterday to Cumberland Farms to pick up some bread, believe it or not, because Dory wanted some bread for hot dogs. So I got the hot dog bread. And the other thing too is that I wanted to talk to you about something that I keep hearing from YouTube, but this is very disturbing. I don't know when it was the best time to talk about it. Ideally, it should be a in-house video. Perhaps it will be, but maybe not. Depends on how I feel. Let me explain first of all what my legs are. I end up sitting here at the soup kitchen all morning doing nothing but just sitting around, and that kind of sucks. And so I like to try to take the time to organize things. So here we go. First of all, the most important thing is that I have been working on my leg now for a couple of days, in the sense of exercises, building up the stamina, getting my strength up. I'm getting there. I know I am. I can see it. And of course, I've also been doing something my medical doctor has been wanting me to do for a long time, and that is to watch what I eat. And I've been doing that because I've got very little money left, so I'm trying to not go crazy buying extra stuff I don't need in my body right now. Yesterday we had some free bananas here at the soup kitchen. I took them, but I certainly kind of wish they had some more free ones, because they're good for you, because they have potassium, which is a very much needed material or mineral for your body. It's chemical, actually. Potassium is a very important thing for muscles, and helps to alleviate leg cramps, and that's one of the most important things to remember. So the leg for now is going well. I can tell you that much. Now, what about the YouTube thing? Well, okay, why not? Bring it up anyway. YouTube, those people are doing things that upset me a lot more than most people realize. It's hard enough when you're competing against big channels. I mean, big channels. I mean, like InfoWars and even Lisa Haven and all these other ones. But on now, YouTube, to make their precious earth more fertile for mainstream media, is basically kicking all the small producers to the curb, saying as if you cover any kind of things that's fails to meet certain guidelines, that you can have your channel restricted or banned. And what I mean by that is that they can actually physically remove your channel from the program. That happened to one channel I had, which was I was watching. What's it called? I
don't mean to interrupt you.
Conflict.
I don't mean to interrupt you. They could remove.
One moment, Mike.
They could remove your channel from YouTube.
Well, they haven't done that to my channel yet. Why don't you come over here, have a seat? We'll do a vlog right now. Let's make it over here.
Hold on, give me a second. I gotta go get some cigarette butts together.
Well, anyway, this is Mike. You know Mike. He's been on the other channel, but he's also on Limmy's channel, actually. Yeah. But no, my channel was not blocked yet. Because I think right now I'm still technically under the radar. So, here's the deal. From what I've been hearing from Trumpet News, and from others, including Paul Joe Watson of InfoWars, and Alex Jones, and several others, the system that YouTube is doing is going to weed out the good from the bad, right? Wrong. It's going to weed out the big from the small, and it doesn't care if you're good or bad. Not that it doesn't use that as a secondary criterion to weed you out if you happen to have tags or flagged videos that made... At first, they originally came off to us because of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and that killed a lot of channels. Now, they're going after us because some of us they consider too controversial. Excuse me? Controversial? My butt. Look, guys, YouTube is, for many of us, is our bread and vegetables. I'm going to say butter, but screw the butter part. But I'm certainly not going to say margarine. Sorry! But that's another story. YouTube, for me, is my channel of how I can get out to see you, talk to you, and share with you. But what they're doing now to YouTube is extremely scary. They're turning YouTube into this, for lack of a better terminology, it's become kind of like they're trying to make, as I said earlier, the soil more fertile for the big mainstream media outlets, which will be working on the YouTube TV platform. And then they're going to basically try to put all the little guys behind a equivalent of a big stone wall, so that the newcomers to YouTube to watch the mainstream TV don't see us. That's kind of what they're thinking of. Excuse me, but you mean to tell me that all of us content producers, you're trying to partition away from the mainstream viewers of YouTube TV so they can't even see our program and our content? I bust my butt to make my programs, and I know that they're not major exciting, and I know that they're not major wow, and I know they're not, a couple $1,000 channels here. But you know what? I've been doing them YouTube videos as Lumia has reminded me for over 6 years. I have seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I have been here for 6 years. I have seen it all. And the thing I find so frustrating is the fact is that it's bad enough when, as I said, I can't easily compete with the big guys. And sometimes sometimes I don't care to compete with the big guys. They got money. The people, even if they started out as a shoestring, have had jobs and incomes coming in with extra disposable income so that they could buy and spend big, fancy stuff on their channel. No problem. I don't have a gripe with you. You know that. But when I do have a gripe is when YouTube artificially slants the playing field against even you, the big guys. You guys, I'm talking about the hardcore YouTubers that got millions of subscribers. I don't know the guy personally. I never watched his channel, but I've heard of it. PewDiePie. They tried to slant the channel away from you. You worked hard, you busted your tail to get there. And now, they kick you to the curb after all those years by demonetizing your videos, by turning all your potential income revenue into nothing but a has-been. That stinks. And then, of course, for me, I have never even earned my first $100 yet because I can't seem to get enough people to subscribe to actually get more people to watch the AdSense ads. Never could, never will. I guess it's just the nature of the beast. I'm not angry about that. But I'm angry about is that YouTube is trying to lock us down into a little box. Almost like they're building a big giant wall. And YouTubers are going to pay for that wall. Well, excuse me? We're not going to pay for your wall. Okay? We don't want to pay for your wall. this used to be for creators. This used to be for us that came out ideas and inspirations. A place where we could have a chance to share our skills. Not necessarily because you wanted to have ABC, NBC, CNN, CBC, and everybody else show up in your as another Sling, like another Sling TV. It was never the intention of YouTube to be that. And yet Google has turned YouTube into just that. It's a shame because the good people like myself have never done anything wrong. We've worked there, we've busted our butts to bring in income every day and to show people our skills. We're gonna be like never seen because we're behind that big wall that YouTube will put there to artificially make it look like it's. And then eventually the days gonna come when our side of the wall, they're gonna go ahead and do like what they call a camp, and they're gonna bulldoze it down. And then they'll never talk about it. Oh, well, there used to be something else. So, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Right? You think that's fair? You know, to think about it, it's scary as heck. It really is to think of what's going on. Well, what's going to happen if they decide to bulldoze down my site? My page, Lummy's page, Dory's page, and all the other friends' pages I know of. What are we going to do? We're going to have to find another way to reach out there to you. I was thinking about this last night. There's one thing that has always existed in the underground, and always will. Even if it isn't as flashbang exciting, it's called an electronic bulletin board or forum site. A forum site like PHPBB could allow us to make it possible for us and you to communicate, okay? But I'm thinking about a dial-up bulletin board because that is even better. That doesn't use the internet. You can't be blocked that way. The biggest turnoff for some people may be the phone bill, and the fact is that many modern computers don't even have access to an analog modem anymore. That's a problem. So you see, we painted ourselves into a corner here because we have taken away the ability to have alternative means of communications. Yes, dial-up is slow. I don't deny that. But it was better than nothing, if you think about it. If YouTube decides to, or somebody decides to totally turn your internet off completely, or you can't even access even your home page, or you can't even access Google, or you can't even access Yahoo, or you can't even access because they want to control and manipulate you. This is exactly what you need to consider. It's happening, folks. The beginning of the end of the free internet as we know it is happening. All because big companies are in the process of destroying the internet as it stands. For their sake, not yours. We need to come up with a better idea than this. We really do. So I'm asking you to put your heads together, and I'm asking you to help me think of a better solution as a backup plan ASAP, because there may not be no choice. We might have to consider that. We might have to go to alternative media faster than we ever expected. But for now, I want to thank you for watching this. I will see you soon, okay? And pray for my leg, guys. You can always use your prayers too, you know, because it does need your help. Okay? Bye-bye for now.